Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to URKG. In this video, I want to talk about Vinícius Jr. Listen, I've heard all the talks. About Vini. I can't defend Vinícius Jr. anymore. He's not scoring goals. He's not a leader. He thinks he's bigger than the club. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's a lot of opinions. Regarding Vinícius Jr. right now. And today I want to break down properly with facts and context the reality of Vinícius Jr., what Vinícius Jr. actually represents for Real Madrid. And because we can support the club and still be fair to the players who've carried us on their backs. Let's get into it. Before we do, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you do, hype up the video as well. And let me know in the comment sections, what is your opinion in this Vinícius Jr. talks? Are you Vini in? Are you Vini out? Let me know. Let me know in the comment sections. But look, form versus quality. People say that Vinícius Jr. has scored only 12 goals in this calendar year. He hasn't scored in the past 12 games. I mean, let's talk about that. You know, I feel like form is temporary and quality is permanent. You know, even elite wingers in the past, historically, have gone through patches like this. Kylian Mbappe, Mo Salah, Robin, Ribéry, all these guys, all the elite wingers you could speak about in the past, they all go through stretches of bad form like this. It happens to every player. It just happens to every player. And the difference is, of course, when Vini dips, the reaction becomes emotional. I think it's not analytical. And Vini's not suddenly a 4 out of 10 player. People need to understand that he is a world-class player. He's a world-class winger who's going through a slump in a season where, you know, the team has injury crisis. Xabi Alonso has been rotating the system every single week, and he's playing without the same partnership that he had, which was Karim Benzema. We all know what they did together, right? And most importantly, defenders are now doubling up on Vinícius Jr. every single game. People need to see that. They have to see that. And still, he remains one of our biggest source of ball progression, chaos in the final third, and also chance creation. I can prove it to you right here. And these are the numbers right here. Okay, these are the numbers right here. La Liga 2025-2026. Out of all the wingers in La Liga, Vinícius Jr. has created the most chance out of everybody. Why people are not speaking about that, I don't know. Maybe they're not looking at the numbers, because Vinícius Jr. did create the most chance in La Liga this season, which means he's actually the difference. You know, you look at the goal ratio, you look at the assist, and you say, oh, he's stinking up. He doesn't have the GA. Just because somebody's not getting the GA doesn't mean they're playing bad. It just does not mean they're playing bad. Yes, yesterday he had chances to score. He missed. He can have a bad night, and it happens to every single player. And people also talk about he's not the same player in the past, from the past 2 years or whatever. I think he actually is. I think the difference is the environment around him that has changed. You know, 2 to 4 years ago, whatever it is, he had stability. He had Karim Benzema. He had an established system, which is a freestyle game under Carlo Ancelotti. He had a clear role. The role is clear what he needs to do. And this year, I'm a bit confused as well. What is Xabi Alonso want from Vinícius Jr.? He's been asked to be a winger. He's been asked to be the creator. He's been asked to press, because Kylian Mbappe is not pressing. Kylian Mbappe is not defending. He's been asked to defend. And he's also been asked to be the leader and the goal scorer at the same damn time. I mean, it doesn't happen. You don't drop 9 out of 10 performances every single week under that kind of amount of responsibility. I'm sorry, you just don't. You just don't. Especially he's 24, 25 years old. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But here's the key point, right? Even in his bad games, Vinícius Jr. is the only guy that creates the most chance during the match. Every single match, if you watch, even if he messes up, every time he comes off, the team struggles to create a chance. The team struggles to create opportunities. It just goes to show you how much this guy is offering us. Yes, I spoke about it earlier. Yes, he needs to get his GA up. Yes, he needs to score more goals. He needs to get more assists. But you just can't become a shit player overnight, bro. You just can't. I know he told us after the Ballon d'Or he's going to do 10x. And it looked like he has done 10x worse now. ever since that Ballon d'Or that Rodri has won. But again, I feel like we need to support him. I feel like this is the time we need to be hugging Vinícius Jr. You understand what I'm saying? The way Xabi Alonso's handling Vinícius Jr. is not good. You know, taking him off against Barcelona, that wasn't the right decision. We're going to speak about that later on in this segment. But again, Vini is a player that needs a hug. Vini's not the player you go hard, direct, and big and go big on him. When you do that, you're going to lose the player. Once he loses his confidence, the dribbling goes away. The decision-making goes away. The shooting is not going to come. So everything is going to be impacted based on that. This is another thing that is circulating right now. You know, Vinícius Jr. cannot be benched. He has a big ego. He ruined the dressing room after being subbed versus Barcelona. And let's be serious for a second here, right? This is Real Madrid we're talking about, the biggest sporting institution on earth. And no player is bigger than the club. We know that, right? Not Mbappe, not Jude, not Vini, not anyone. If the club truly believed that Vinícius Jr. was a discipline problem, they would have fixed it immediately. You know, they would have addressed it immediately. But they haven't. You know why? Because behind closed doors, right? Vini probably trains hard, probably listens, probably works and respects the badge. You understand what I'm saying? And the player power angle, it just doesn't seem to come from, you know, it doesn't seem to come from reporters with access, you know. It comes from opinion spaces and not reliable sources. And if there is a player power in play here, Vinícius Jr. can't be the only one, can't be the only problem in the dressing room. You understand? Rodrigo handled being, you know, benched professionally. That was great. Okay, that was great. We saw what Rodrigo did. He went ahead and hugged Xabi Alonso after the match yesterday against Manchester City. But Vini is a player, like I said, who he kind of wears his emotions. He just, I don't know how to explain it to you. It doesn't make him toxic just because he cares, right? And guess what? Every legendary winger we have seen in the past, Cristiano, Di Maria, even Gareth Bale, early on, you know, they showed frustration when being subbed out. And it's just passion. It's not arrogance. And people need to understand that. Some say that Vini also complained too much to referees. Well, let's talk about what it means. You know, years of targeted fouls, zero protection, repeated racism abuse, being the face of the league that refused to defend him at all. La Liga is a disgrace. We all know that. And still, he plays with courage. He plays every single week. And if anything, the fact that he hasn't crumbled mentally, you know, mentally, it's a sign of incredible emotional strength. That's the way I see it. And leadership is not, it's not about being perfect, right? It's about standing tall through adversity. And Vini has done that for years now. There's a lot of talk about, you know, there's a lot of talks about, you know, Vinícius' contract. He wants 30 million, like Kylian Mbappe. He doesn't deserve it, blah, blah, blah. I mean, first, he never stated that publicly, right? There are media guesses. Second, let's look at the value, not just the current form. Who is the most marketable young star in world football outside of Kylian Mbappe right now? You know, Vinícius Jr. would be one of them. Lamine Yamal, maybe, but Vini would be in that conversation. Who scored the goal that won us the Champions League in 2022? Vinícius Jr. Who dragged us through knockout games when we had no right to survive without Cristiano? Vinícius Jr. If Real Madrid tried to replace a player like that, you don't spend 30 million. You spend 150, 200 M's. That's the money you're going to have to spend to get another Vinícius Jr. level. And so, yes, pay him an elite star makes far more sense to me than letting him walk away. Yes, he's not gonna get he's not gonna get Cristiano money, but around Kylian Mbappe level, I think he deserves that based on what he has done for us without Kylian Mbappe, without Cristiano, what he has done for the team. I want to speak about the Manchester City game, right? We had chances, and people are saying he had a chance to prove his worth, and he failed against Manchester City. Yes. Football doesn't work like that, bro. One match is not a referendum on a player's entire value, right? People forget when Vini has torched and threatened Manchester City in the past. He has scored in the Champions League semifinals. He has destroyed elite Premier League defenses. We just judge every Real Madrid legend based on one game and one bad night in the Champions League, none of them would be actually, you know, legends. It just doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. The reality is, right, Vinícius Jr. is still a core piece of our future. That's why I keep saying we can demand more from him. Absolutely. He hasn't been great, and he could go to another level. We can ask him for better finishing, more composure, better decision making. But calling him to be a sacrificed, you know, come on. This is a 24, 25 years old winger who's carried us throughout every single year. Every single year. I feel like it's time now we support him. It's time that we babysit him. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's that time. I don't think it's the time to put a dagger on Vinícius Jr. We've got to protect Vinícius Jr. We do not have another player that can create a chance like him. Even if you ask Kylian Mbappe now to play out wide, I don't think he wants to play out wide anymore. He's banging in goals in the middle of the park. And the reason why Kylian Mbappe is scoring every single time is one of the reasons is Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, I mean, one of the reasons is Vinícius Jr. Vinícius Jr. is assisting Kylian Mbappe as well, creating spaces. I've seen him give like 5-6 tap-ins when he could actually go for a goal himself and get his G8. He hasn't done that. He hasn't done that. You know why? He's not selfish. He's playing as a team. He's playing as a team. And which is why it was crucial. What Alonso did against Barcelona was really damaging in terms of his confidence, in terms of his belief in the manager, in terms of the belief in the team. But people need to, people need to understand the overboard, the overview of things here. I don't think we should target him. I don't think we should take out our frustrations from yesterday's loss on Vini. I don't think Celta Vigo, Vini was the problem. The entire team did not do their job. You understand what I'm saying? So Vinícius Jr., yes, he has to improve. Absolutely, I agree with you. He has to improve. We expect that. We demand that. But let's not rewrite history. You know, let's not pretend he hasn't been one of the most important players in our modern era. And let's not tear down a player who has given us everything from this badge, bro. I'm just saying. I just feel like Vinícius Jr. is not finished. He's not. I mean, I don't think he's finished. I don't think he's declining. I don't think he's going to be a problem. He's a superstar going through a tough time. And the best thing as a fan base can be just to back him, you know, not bury him, just back him. Because when he rises up again, and I'm sure he will, the same people down him today will pretend that they never said a word about him. But anyways, Real Madrid, thank you all for watching. Thank you all. Let me know in the comment section. What did you make of this? What's your opinion in regards to Vini? What is your opinion? Let me know in the comments. As always, like the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.